I asked her how she was feeling at the end of the week and if she was exhausted. In her way of communicating in abundance, in just a few words, she said, "I feel poured out but not exhausted because I love you guys."
Welcome to Let's Hear It, Father Tom Wilson's weekly article from the All Saints Parish Bulletin. Each week, Father Wilson shares his thoughts on faith, community, and the world around us, offering insights and perspectives to inspire and guide us. Now, let's hear it.
One of our associates recently remarked that he felt a little tired one morning. By God's grace, I am more of a morning person than he is, but I did offer the encouragement that as our days get shorter, many of us are more tired than usual. The atmospheric reality, combined with the uptick in the busyness of the season, can easily lead to exhaustion, physically, mentally, and spiritually. The season affects our energy and disposition, but so do our choices and decisions about how we use those precious hours that God blesses us with. I learned this firsthand at the end of my recent annual retreat. For the record, it was the most consequential retreat of my adult life, filled with graces and challenges from God. One of our presenters, a widely recognized woman religious, just happened to be flying on the same flight out of Jacksonville, Florida as I was. Having given a few lengthy retreats in my past, I know how tiring it can be to be up front for long periods, day after day, speaking to an educated and spiritually experienced audience. Throw in the distinct possibility of a room full of priests being more demanding than a typical audience. I can only imagine how exhausting it might have been for her. I asked her how she was feeling at the end of the week and if she was exhausted. In her way of communicating in abundance, in just a few words, she said, "I feel poured out but not exhausted because I love you guys." I was both grateful and brought to reflect in my own soul the difference between being exhausted and poured out. It was clear to me that when I am faithfully responding to God's will in my vocation, I can be tired, but I am usually not exhausted. When I am doing my own will and trying to run on my own motor, I am easily subject to exhaustion. It may be the difference between good tired and bad tired. I can imagine that in almost every life track. As I see the beauty of the growing number of infants at All Saints, I also anticipate the tired parents responding to overnight feedings. They could be exhausted, but my guess is that they are mostly poured out because they are doing what God asks in their vocations, and they love their babies. We are all in a battle against exhaustion. Pouring ourselves out in love might not make us less physically tired, but we will have defeated exhaustion through love.